He was an American astronomer and science writer. A popular and influential figure in the United States, he was controversial in scientific, political, and religious circles for his views on extraterrestrial intelligence and nuclear weapons. Born November 9, 1934, Brooklyn, New York, United States. Died December 20, 1996, Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center, Seattle, Washington, United States. Who are we? We find that we live on an insignificant planet of a humdrum star lost in a galaxy tucked away in some forgotten corner of a universe in which there are far more galaxies than people. Books are like seeds. They can lie dormant for centuries and then flower in the most unpromising soil. Avoidable human misery is more often caused not so much by stupidity as by ignorance, particularly our ignorance about ourselves. My view is that if there is no evidence for it, then forget about it. An agnostic is somebody who doesn't believe in something until there is evidence for it, so I'm agnostic. The sky calls to us. If we do not destroy ourselves, we will one day venture to the stars. A blade of grass is a commonplace on Earth. It would be a miracle on Mars. Our descendants on Mars will know the value of a patch of green. And if a blade of grass is priceless, what is the value of a human being? It is said that man may not be the dreams of the god, but rather that the gods are the dreams of men. We have designed our civilization based on science and technology and at the same time arranged things so that almost no one understands anything at all about science and technology. This is a clear prescription for disaster. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. If we long for our planet to be important, there is something we can do about it. We make our world significant by the courage of our questions and by the depth of our answers. You can't convince a believer of anything, for their belief is not based on evidence, it's based on a deep-seated need to believe. We live in a society exquisitely dependent on science and technology, in which hardly anyone knows anything about science and technology. There are no forbidden questions in science, no matters too sensitive or delicate to be probed, no sacred truths. Knowing a great deal is not the same as being smart. Intelligence is not information alone but also judgment, the manner in which information is coordinated and used. Every one of us is, in the cosmic perspective, precious. If a human disagrees with you, let him live. In 100 billion galaxies, you will not find another. The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made of star stuff. Science is not only compatible with spirituality, it is a profound source of spirituality. For me, it is far better to grasp the universe as it really is than to persist in delusion, however satisfying and reassuring. Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it we go nowhere. We can judge our progress by the courage of our questions and the depth of our answers, our willingness to embrace what is true rather than what feels good. The nuclear arms race is like two sworn enemies standing waist deep in gasoline, one with 3 matches, the other with 5. The beauty of a living thing is not the atoms that go into it, but the way those atoms are put together. We make our world significant by the courage of our questions and the depth of our answers. Exploration is in our nature. We began as wanderers, and we are wanderers still. We have lingered long enough on the shores of the cosmic ocean. We are ready at last to set sail for the stars. I consider it an extremely dangerous doctrine, because the more likely we are to assume that the solution comes from the outside, the less likely we are to solve our problems ourselves. The illegality of cannabis is outrageous, an impediment to full utilization of a drug which helps produce the serenity and insight, sensitivity and fellowship so desperately needed in this increasingly mad and dangerous world. If I finish a book a week, I will read only a few thousand books in my lifetime, about a tenth of a percent of the contents of the greatest libraries of our time. The trick is to know which books to read. Science is a way of thinking much more than it is a body of knowledge. The cure for a fallacious argument is a better argument, not the suppression of ideas. In all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other. But nature is always more subtle, more intricate, more elegant than what we are able to imagine. Books break the shackles of time, proof that humans can work magic.